everyone, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you've had a wonderful week and you enjoyed the last video that I did on that new paper that I got. Okay, so today we're going to carry on with this portrait of me. Thought I would just show you what I've been up to. So as you know, I switch my book around depending on which side is more comfortable, because being right-handed. And this is a quick drawing, 10-minute drawing that is on a platform on YouTube. It's absolutely wonderful, with Dylan Sara. I do recommend that you find it and you give it a bash. So he puts up the muses and then you draw while he's drawing, and everybody draws a totally different thing. It's quite incredible. So this is with a 5B pencil only on its side. So today we're going to continue with my portrait. As I said to you, I had done it on the Value Study app, and I'm hoping that you manage to do your own portrait, take a selfie and draw yourself, because there's nothing more fulfilling than actually doing that. So I have got Tombow mono eraser again. I have my trusted kneaded eraser, and I have a size 3 blending stump. So I'll be using those today, as well as the 4B pencil that I started using before I finished the last tutorial. So let's continue. So I'm going to darken the edge of the glasses just to make them pop a bit. And if you look at the Value Study app, you can clearly see the difference. There's black and then it goes into a really deep grey tone. So be aware of where your darkest values are. I just want to put some in just to get a bit of a clearer direction of which way this is going. So I don't know if you can hear the guinea fowl in the background. They're going crazy here, shouting. They have babies, and there are quite a few sets of them, that flocks of them I would imagine they're called, and each flock has its varying sort of age group of babies with it, and they're like a roadrunner, but the South African version, and they're just too funny to watch. So as you can see, there's a lot of detail with regards to the shading on the glasses. Here we have, looks like a little screws, so I'm just putting those in just to demarcate those, and then we have a really dark section here. So if you have done a selfie with glasses, I really do encourage you to do as many drawings as you can, different muses or different selfies, because it really does help your drawing. It's incredible. I mean, I've just been doing these 10-minute drawings, and you just go straight in. You have no fear, because you don't even have time to think about it, and that's what's so good with it. So here I'm just putting in the pupil and the outline of the iris. Got that right. Usually I call them the other way around. And then we've got this reflection on this lens. So as I said to you before, just now, just be aware of the different tonal values, because there are some really lovely dark sort of grays, almost like thundercloud, and then there is the black. And I'm focusing on this because I'd like to get this lens done. Once I've done that, you'd be able to carry on your own with your own selfie. And I think that you guys are definitely at a point where you can carry on by yourself. Just filling in the top of the eyebrow here. And you can see that this 4B does give you nice values, as we did in the very first tutorial where we got to know our pencils. You should be able to, between your 2H and your 4B, sorry, my bad, your 4B, you should be able to manage these tones quite easily. So here I am glazing over that 4B just to get that tonal value. And then I'm going to pull out that little tiny, don't forget to clean your mono eraser before you go in, that little tiny bit of light across the top here. And there's a little tiny circle on on that side. And then I'm going to use my 2H. I'm going to blend that out. There we go. Blend in across the top here, which is quite jagged. Goes up the side here. You can see that this value study app just gives you the most incredible values and shadows off of what, I mean, I honestly did not think that this was as shadowed or as detailed as this is, or as it turned out to be. And that's the benefit of using this app. Okay, so we've got that in, and then I want to get this in. It is darker around this reflection here. Do it carefully. And this across the top of the eye is darker. So this is my 2H, and this is what I encourage everybody to use when they first start drawing, because it really does give you a great foundation value-wise for whatever it is that you are drawing. Easy to pull out and very easy to layer another value on top, obviously. I'm going to go all the way up here, and you can see that those are obviously wrinkles. And I am going to just pull it out with the mono eraser, that whole shape. So here, I do need to go darker, the edge of the glasses. Typical South African way of saying it, glasses and not glasses. But I am South African, so you're just going to have to bear with me. Just enjoy the accent. Go up around this side. My apologies if my hand is in the way. There we go. And we have shadow coming outside of the eye. I'm going to fill this in very lightly underneath here. This is now the 4B. I've swapped over to the 4B. Sorry, my bad if I didn't mention that in time and you've carried on with the 2H and wondered why I am managing this darker transition. So I'm just putting all of this in because we're going to go in with the Tombow in a minute and pull out all those light reflections. So just put them all in. Make sure that you that you put them all in, because obviously a reflection is over whatever's underneath it, and we need to pull it out, as it were, that's sitting on top. So I'm just deepening that 2H, but very, very lightly, going in very, very lightly with the 4B over the top of the 2H, because we still want that darkness. And you can see I've done it a bit too much over here because it's kind of blended into the darker bit that I wanted of the 4B. So I think I'm going to take a 2B and just get that other tone in there. Yep, that's better. There we go. Yes, so we'll pull it out with a Tombow. This whole iris is sort of a medium shade, so I will use the 2B to fill that in. I'll go back in with a 4B just around the edge here. It is a broken edge, but it only looks broken because of the reflection on the glasses. Okay, so let's blend it a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I start pulling it out, hopefully it will look a bit like this poster effect that I've got here. The eye's looking really good. I do just need to go in. Don't have this corner quite how I want it. There we go. That looks a bit better. And when you blend out, you will lose some of the tone, as you know. So that's why I've just gone back in again with the 4B. Just to get that detail back in. Right. So I think that looks pretty all right. Let's see. Let's pull it out. So we have that there, which is that one. We have the eye, which is that one. And then we have this shape under the top of the glasses, and it comes down. It's a bit jagged. And then we have, okay, so that's not dark enough, so I'm going to go in with the blending stump, because that will give you those nice lines. In fact, it's my 4B. I'm going to come down here because I see that there is, it's amazing when you start really sort of getting into the details of a drawing, how much more there actually is. Do that. There we go. Okay, so comes underneath there. I want to get this line here because I like that. There we go. take that out. Forgive me if I'm mumbling a little bit, but I'm just trying to work out where all of these reflections are. Comes down there, and then this whole section. And that might be too low. So, might need to fix that. So I think this is too low here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put it back in with the blender. Yep, that's working. It's looking pretty awesome, pretty good. We can take this out. Top here. That is looking pretty awesome, I have to say. So I need to, I may not have made these glasses wide enough, but I do need to get this darker shadow in. That's working. This is now the 2B, so that's working. That's working really well. Not as easy as one thinks it is. Right, let's blend it out. Get a bit of a darker shade going on here. And need to lift out a few of these areas just so that we can show that it is a darker shadow there. Okay, well, I hope that that is looking like something because I'm right in it. And sometimes you can't actually see whether it's been done well or not. Okay. Okay, I think that's looking pretty awesome, I have to say. I'm really happy with that. Now I'm using the 4B. I just want to put this shadow in, just on the outside of this area here. So I'm going to blend that in. And blend in this shadow going down the nose. Goes all the way across the face here, except for that cheek. We have all that shading above the mouth. Comes round like a chipmunk cheek. To put that in. There we go. So this is starting to look really good, I think. I mean, I think I just want to get this detail in here. I would have liked to have gotten more detail, but you see now that's too dark because I've used the 4B, forgetting that I have that in my hand. I should really be using the 2B because we want, oops, sorry, we want those tones. There, that looks better. I definitely haven't made these glasses wide enough. I would say that they need to come down a bit. but I am getting that reflection, which is good. So I'm leaving just a little tiny gap between the glasses and whatever shading I'm putting in that's extra, just so that it kind of demarcates that area. Okay, the eyes need to go darker. I'm going to do that, and I might actually pull out a 6B to get that value. And now remember that whatever values you add to an area needs to be added to the other areas with the same tone. So don't forget that. But that is already looking better. Yep. It's already looking better. So I'm going to get my 6B. I'm going to add in around the edge of the iris because that is darker. And on the side. Across the top because that is the same depth of color over here, depth of tone. This is probably a really good tone for the glasses, for the outside of the glasses, just to get them to pop. And do this really slowly and carefully, because besides wanting a likeness, one also wants it to be not completely realistic, but as realistic as you can get it, if that's what you're going for. So as I said, wherever you see that tone, that needs to be added back in again on top of the tone you've used before. And that is looking a whole lot better, I have to say. So that is making it pop. Yep, I think I'm pretty happy with that. If you have any comments, please leave a comment for me, because it really does help me understand what it is that you are looking for, or what you've taken out of the video, of the tutorial. It helps keep me going, and it definitely encourages other supporters. And please also subscribe. Don't sit on the fence waiting and wondering, because that also helps me grow my channel. Keeps me going. Definitely have not made these glasses big enough, which is a shame, but nonetheless the idea is there. And I do hope that you've enjoyed this. I do hope that you, as I keep saying, I sound like a stuck record, but I really do hope that you do a selfie and put it into the Value Study app, and then get it to work for you. as what I've done here, because it really is so interesting, and definitely help you with regards to all the different tonal values that are in the selfie that you honestly probably didn't realize when you just print it out. I mean, I can't get over all the different values that are in this one. You can choose, obviously you can choose. I think I chose 4, so this is just 4, and as you can see, it really does give you a nice combination of values to work with. So as you can see, I've started doing the nose. I'm just doing it step, little bit by little bit, because as we have discovered and as we know, graphite moves around a lot. Okay, so I'm going to end it off here, and I do hope that you have enjoyed this, and I really do hope that you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel to help me keep going. Please recommend me too, that would be great, to your friends, because that will also help grow my channel. It's going to lift out ever so slightly here and then blend back in again, because I've lost that little, there we go, it's better. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and enjoy. I'm dying to see what you make and what you draw, how you use the app, and yeah, what you produce will be absolutely fantastic. Bye everybody, have an awesome week.